Good morning, students. Coming to this next concept. So, force acting on a current carrying conductor kept in the uniform magnetic field. So, previously we have one concept, force acting on a charged particle when kept in the magnetic field. F is equal to BQV sine theta. Now it is a current carrying conductor. So, length of the conductor is L. It carries a current I. So, kept in the uniform magnetic field of induction B, making an angle theta. That means length of the conductor makes an angle theta with magnetic field. So now what is the force acting here? इसका derivation होता है. So the derivation we can derive to differently like this. Very simply I will explain. Here current is flowing. Current flowing means charge is flowing. So current I is equal to Q by T. That means Q is equal to IT. Here current is flowing, that means from one end to other end charge is flowing, that charge Q is equal to IT. So current flowing means charge is flowing. So now I am applying the condition, if charge is moving in the magnetic field, so the if a Q charge is moving in the magnetic field, then force will act on that charged particle. So force acting on the charged particle, previous concept, F is equal to BQV sine theta formula. Listen carefully how I am writing. B, Q means IT, as I told you Q is equal to IT, and this V means velocity. Charge is moving from one end to other end, so traveling a distance of L. So simply velocity is equal distance by time. I am following the simplest method. Velocity is equal distance by time into sine theta. So this is F equal to Tt gets cancelled. Finally F equal to BAL sine theta. This is the formula. This is the force acting on the current carrying conductor kept in the magnetic field. F is equal to BAL sine theta, where theta is the angle between length of the conductor and magnetic field. L and B, and vector form, if you will write vector form, so F is equal to I, that is scalar, L bar cross B bar. This is the formula. F is equal to I of L bar cross B bar. F bar is equal to current is I, L bar cross B bar. Again I am saying theta is the angle between length of the conductor and magnetic field, and this is a cross product here. That means force is always perpendicular to the plane containing L bar and B bar. So it is in 10th class also already. So here some cases are there. Case 1. What is case 1? If theta equal to 0 degree. Theta equal to 0 degree meaning is length of the conductor is along the magnetic field. The length of the conductor is along the magnetic field of induction B. That means, very simple, I will show you diagrammatically. This is the magnetic field B, and the current carrying conductor is also kept like this, parallel to it. So both are in the same direction. Length of the conductor is like this, both are in the same direction. L and B are in the same direction. So then substitute force F equal to how much you will get. This is BAL sine 0 degree. So sine 0 is 0, BAL into 0. So simply force acting is 0. So this is the minimum force acting. And case 2 you can see, case 2, if theta is equal to 180 degree. Theta equal to 180 degree means length of the conductor is opposite to the field direction. That means, see the diagram, you can understand this is the magnetic field of induction B, and the conductor is kept like this, current is flowing opposite like this. Okay, na, like this. So then also F equal to BIL sine 180 degree. We know very well sine 180 is also 0. So force acting on the conductor is 0. So here force is 0 minimum, here also force is 0 minimum, like this. Force is 0 0 in both cases. Now coming to this case 3. So if theta equal to 90 degree, that means conductor is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Conductor is perpendicular to magnetic field like this. That means this is the magnetic field of induction B. It is the magnetic field of induction B. Current carrying conductor is kept like this. This arrow mark may be upwards or downwards, that is immaterial. So length L, it should be perpendicular like this. Arrow mark may be upwards, downwards, no problem. Then, so force F equal to BIL sine theta means 90 degree. This is equal to BIL sine 90 is 1. So force acting is BIL, which is the maximum value. Maximum force acting here. When this maximum force is acting here, when the conductor is perpendicular to magnetic field. Now we know very well force is a vector quantity. How to find the direction of this force? How to find the direction of this force? Already you know very well this concepts. I am repeating, it is in 10th class also, by using Fleming's left hand rule. By using Fleming's left hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule is there. So listen carefully. What is the use of this Fleming's left hand rule? Fleming's left hand rule. So very important applications also. We know very well this Fleming's left hand rule is used to find the direction of force acting on the current carrying conductor and also motion and also charge moving in the magnetic field. It gives the direction of force acting on the current carrying conductor kept in the magnetic field and also when charged particle is moving in the magnetic field, so its force direction also it is giving. So we know very well. So stretch this. This is the diagram. I think I am trying to show this thing. Stretch the forefinger, middle finger and thumb in the mutually perpendicular direction like this. So these three must be perpendicular like this. Forefinger, middle finger and thumb. Forefinger indicates magnetic field direction. Middle finger indicates direction of current, also called motion of positive charge. So forefinger indicates magnetic field, middle finger indicates direction of current or motion of charge. Thumb indicates the direction of force acting. Thumb indicates direction of force acting. So once again I am saying, so forefinger, it is in 10th class, try to understand. Forefinger indicates magnetic field direction, magnetic field capital B, magnetic field capital B. So middle finger indicates direction of current or simply motion of positive charge, motion of positive charge. Automatically thumb indicates direction of force. Remember this thing. And there is another rule is there. So right hand palm rule. So using that right hand palm rule also we can find the direction of force acting. Very simple. So what they will say, so right hand palm rule, I am not using but I am saying, just listen carefully. So this is the right hand palm I am keeping like this. So try to understand here. This thumb, here you can see direction of magnetic field. So this fingers except thumb, fingers indicates magnetic field, thumb indicates direction of current like this, and draw the tangent here. So tangent means here you can draw the tangent. Thumb मेरा palm होता है ना, so palm, so इसका tangent, I say tangent you can draw like this. Tangent perpendicular to the palm, you can draw the tangent. Tangent gives the direction of force. So better you can use Fleming's left hand rule. It is giving a direction of force perfectly. Okay. Now some applications are there. I will explain some applications. F equal to BIL sin theta formula. So applications are there. So first of all, let me explain some numerical applications. After that, some very important concepts are there on the basis of this thing. So what is that? If you see in your classwork notebook, some applications I explained. So try to understand, these are some applications. So try to understand, it is in our notebook. A wire carrying current is bent in the form of semicircle of radius r kept in the magnetic field as shown in the figure. Then the magnitude and direction of force. See, so this is kept like this, radius is r. So what you have to do, this is the semicircle, radius is r. So we don't know if semicircle is there, we don't know. That is why stretch it. Imagine it is stretched. So it is stretched like this. So here radius is r, here radius is r. Total length becomes 2r. Now F is equal to BAL sin theta formula you can apply. So magnetic field is inside. Connector is kept like this, perpendicular. So BAL sin 90. So BIL means 2r. L means 2r. I told you na. So imagine this semicircle like a straight wire, that is equal to r. So sin 90 BIL into 2r, that is the thing. Now apply Fleming's left hand rule, you can get the direction of force. How? Try to understand. This forefinger is into the plane of paper. Cross mark indicates magnetic field into the plane of paper. And this middle finger indicates arrow mark current direction like this. Automatically my thumb is upwards, na? My thumb is upwards. So directly the force direction is upwards like this. Try to understand. This cross marks indicates inward magnetic field. This middle finger indicates arrow mark direction. Automatically thumb is upwards like this. So one more application. So it came in the public exams also, numerical application. You can see a current carrying connector of mass m, length L, carrying a current I. So hangs between two identical springs, each of stiffness constant K. So for a outward magnetic field B, find the deformation of spring. Deformation means extension or compression of the spring. So here mass of this rod is 50 gram, G is equal to 10 meter per second square. Length of the rod is half meter. Current flowing is 1 ampere and magnetic field is 1 Tesla. Stiffness constant K is equal to spring constant or stiffness constant K equal to 50 Newton meter. So see this condition carefully. So see this formula, upward force is equal to downward force. Try to understand this concept. So upward force means a force in the spring Kx. Here force in the spring Kx. Downward force means weight mg and BAL. How you got BAL downwards? Apply Fleming's left hand rule. Mg is always downwards. We can't able to say. F is equal to Kx always inside the spring. So only our doubt is BAL, how it is coming downwards. Just by applying Fleming's left hand rule you will understand. So here X means a compression of the spring. So find it, you will get the answer. Very very nice question it is. So try to solve this question without fail. So very important. Okay. Now coming to this another application on the basis of this F equal to BAL sin theta. Very good application, and the concept is very very important. So the concept is force between two parallel current carrying connectors. This is the next concept, very very important, and directly concept is important and its applications behind. So those applications also very important. So force between two parallel infinite current carrying connectors. Force between two parallel infinite current carrying connectors. So see this condition carefully. So this is the concept, very very important concept and very nice concept. So listen carefully. So consider two infinite long straight connectors. I told you already, infinite means length is very high compared to the thickness. So consider this is the first wire, this is the second wire. So here distance between the two wires is r. So here current carrying is I1, here current carrying is I2. You will get doubts here. Why R is taking in the same direction? Okay, good. You can take reverse direction also. First of all, let me explain with the same direction. After that, I will explain with the opposite direction. Okay, na? So try to understand. So here current distance between the two wires is R, carrying currents I1 and I2. So wire 1 and wire 2 like this. Wire 1 and wire 2 like this. Now what we have to do? So this is the important point. What we have to do? See, what is the force between the current carrying connectors? Very slowly you can see step by step what I am following. So this is a current carrying connector. It gives a magnetic field around it. Wire 1 giving magnetic field around it up to the distance R. Once again I am saying, so length of the two connectors is L. Both are of identical connectors, length is L. Both are of identical connectors, length is L. So length is L. So first of all I am considering wire 1. It is producing magnetic field around it up to the distance R. So slowly you can see magnetic field due to wire 1. Magnetic field due to wire 1. So what is the magnetic field due to wire 1? B1 is equal to mu 0. Current is I1 by 2 pi R. Previously I explained Ampere's law. So derivation mein you can see. So magnetic field due to infinite long straight connector. So this formula you have to remember. I told you already, this is important. So B is equal to mu 0. Current is I1. So I1 by 2 pi R. This is the formula. And this magnetic field is extending up to the distance R. So up to this R distance magnetic field extending. And what is the direction of this magnetic field here? What is the direction of magnetic field B1 direction? Apply right hand thumb rule. Apply right hand thumb rule here. So thumb is in the direction of current, fingers are inside. So this side magnetic field is inwards. Circle cross like this. Circle cross. So this is the B1 magnetic field. It is inwards here. So into the plane of paper like this. So in this magnetic field, second wire of length L is kept carrying current I. In this magnetic field, this is B1 I am writing. In this magnetic field, current carrying wire 2 having length L carrying current I2 is kept. So automatically on this current carrying wire, force will act. Just now I explained on this current carrying wire, force will act. So force on wire 2 due to B1. Force on wire 2 due to B1 is, so what is the formula for force? Force on wire 2, that is F2, due to the magnetic field 1, B21. Formula is BIL sin theta model formula. Just listen carefully. B21 is equal to, B is given by first wire B1. Current is in the second wire I2. Length is L. Length is L. And magnetic field is into the plane of paper. Wire is kept like this. So theta is equal to 90 degree. So sorry, sin 90, no, it is sin 90. This is sin 90 degree. Sin 90 is 1. So B1 I2 L. This is the sentence. B1 I2 L. So this is F21 is equal to B1 value you can substitute. This is a mu 0 I1 by 2 pi R. This is I2. This is L. So F21 is equal to mu 0 I1 I2 L by 2 pi R. This is the formula. Force acting on the second wire because of magnetic field given by the second wire. This is the formula. Just keep in mind. So I will continue this thing. So consider it is equation 1. So finally this force is acting on the second wire. Can you tell me the direction of force on the second wire? F21 direction kya hai? Apply Fleming's left hand rule again. So how to apply? See this Fleming's left hand rule. So B1 is into the plane of paper, and this middle finger must be in the direction of current I2. It is in the direction of current I2. Automatically thumb is showing left hand side. Now you can see wire left hand side, thumb is showing. That means this side you have to write F21. F21 will be like this. Okay, now you can write straight also. It is not a problem. This is straight F21. This is F21. So this is the direction of force. How I got this F21 direction? by applying Fleming's left hand rule. See this thing, Fleming's left hand rule. Now the same story reverse I will write. The same story reverse I will write. Reverse means here magnetic field is given by wire 1. Now the story magnetic field is given by wire 2. Same thing I will write. Listen carefully. Magnetic field due to the wire 1. Magnetic field due to wire 2. Wire 2. So what is the value? Magnetic field B2 is equal to same story. Long straight wire carrying current I2. So mu 0 I2 by 2 pi r. This is the magnetic field due to the second wire. So it is extending up to the distance r. So what is the direction of magnetic field B2 here? So again apply right hand thumb rule. See this thing. So this is the current I2 carrying current I2. So curling of fingers will be like this. This side it is inside, but here it is outwards. I want at the second wire direction of current. At the second wire direction of magnetic field is. So this is the curling of fingers. So from the second wire fingers are moving away. So here this is the direction of magnetic field dot, this is B2. This is the direction B2. Circle dot. The circle dot means outwards. Circle dot means outwards. Okay na? Now in this B2, first wire of length L carrying current I1 is kept. In this magnetic field B2, first wire of carrying current I length L is kept. So automatically on this first wire force will act. So same story. So force on wire 1, force on wire 1, current carrying wire 1 due to magnetic field B2. So the same story, F is equal to F12 I am writing. Why I am writing F12? Force on 1 because of magnetic field given by second wire 2. F12 is equal to BAL sin theta model only. But here B means B2. Current carrying wire is first one I1. Both of them are having length L only. Theta is equal to 90 degree. Again see, magnetic field B2 is upwards, wire is kept like this. So ये दोनों के बीच में एंगल 90 डिग्री होता है. So this is the sentence. This is equal to B2 I1 L. B2 I1 L. So sin 90 is 1. So substitute F12 is equal to B2 means mu 0 I2 by 2 pi r. So this is equal to I1 into L. F12 is equal to mu 0 I1 I2 L by 2 pi r. So this is equation 2. So force acting on the first wire is like this. Force acting on the second wire is like this. First wire is like this. See these equations 1 and 2. Again I am saying what is the direction of F12. What is the direction of F12? Check it carefully. Direction of F12. Here force direction. Again apply Fleming's left hand rule. So B2 is outwards like this. And direction of current is like this. See this. Middle finger is I1 direction arrow mark. My forefinger is upwards B2. And my thumb is right hand side of this first wire. Check it. So see this thing. I think you are getting this. This is in the direction of I1. This is the direction of B2 outwards. Automatically my thumb is showing right hand side. So you will get the direction of force acting on the first wire F12 is right hand side like this. F12. Now you can understand from this first equation and second equation, you will understand force between current carrying connectors. So first wire is, listen carefully, second wire is attracted by first wire is attracted by second wire. See this arrow marks meaning is second wire is attracted by first wire is attracted by second wire. So here one important point, beginning में मैंने बोला आपको direction of current I am taking in the same direction, so both are attracting towards each other like this. So from equations 1 and 2, so from force between the current carrying connectors, that is F is equal to mu 0 I1 I2 L by 2 pi r. So this is the formula. F is equal to mu 0 I1 I2 L by 2 pi r. So you can bring, so this is the formula. L you can bring like this, F by L is equal to mu 0 I1 I2 by 2 pi r. This is the formula. So this is the formula. That means force per unit length. Force per unit length. Force per unit length. This is the formula. F by L is equal to mu 0 I1 I2 by 2 pi r. This is called force per unit length. Force per unit length. And on the basis of this formula, you can define 1 ampere. You can define 1 ampere. What you can define 1 ampere? So listen carefully. If L is equal to 1 unit, distance R is equal to 1 unit, L is 1, R is equal to 1, and I1, I2 is also equal to 1. I am not writing ampere, 1. Then F is equal to, substitute all these things, L is 1, this is 1, 1, R is 1. So you will get to mu 0, 1 by, here also 1, this is 2 pi into 1, here is 1. This implies F equal to, so mu 0 by 2 pi. This is equal to mu 0 means 4 pi into 10 power of minus 7 by 2 pi. So cancel ho gaya, F equal to 2 into 10 power of minus 7. This is a force by, so Newton per meter. So now you will understand one important point. If force per unit length is 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter, then current flowing through the wires is said to be 1 ampere. Two identical wires having length 1 unit and force per unit length is 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter, separated by distance of 1 unit, then current flowing through them is said to be 1 ampere. So this is the definition of 1 ampere. Check it carefully. Now one more note point, you can see it is in the notebook, very important. What is that? If direction of current is same in the two wires, the wires will attract each other. Suppose मान लीजिए if direction of current is opposite, like this. So one is a current carrying current like this, another one is carrying current I2 like this. If direction of current is opposite, the two wires will repel each other, very very important. So direction of current is same, wires will attract each other. Direction of current is opposite, wires will repel each other. So this is the very important point, listen carefully. Okay, and on the basis of the same concept, so there is one important concept which is known as null points. Means the points where magnetic field is becoming zero. Null points, also called neutral points. What is this null point or neutral point? It is in the notebook also, so check it carefully. So this type of concept with the charges I explained in chapter number 1. So listen carefully, what is this concept? Two parallel current carrying connectors. One is carrying current I1, another one is carrying current I2, separated by distance R. So I1, I2 are the currents flowing in the two infinite long straight connectors. So first wire is creating magnetic field up to the distance R. Force is acting. Second wire is creating magnetic field up to the distance R. So force is acting. But here the point is, null points concept means in between the wires or outside, whatever may be, basing on the direction of current. So there is one point where the magnetic field is zero. So see this concept, null points or neutral points. Null points or neutral points. So listen carefully, null points or neutral points. Two cases are there actually. So this is the first wire carrying current I1. This is the second wire carrying current I2. First wire, second wire. उसका बीच में distance how much I am taking R. So here I am considering I2 is greater than I1. You may take I1 greater than also, but I am taking 2 is greater than 1, I2 greater than I1. So second wire is a large current carrying wire. First wire is a small current carrying wire, I2 greater than I1. So now the concept is, from this lower current carrying wire, at a distance x, magnetic field becoming 0, net magnetic field is 0. This point is called null point or neutral point. This point is called null point or neutral point. So listen carefully. I don't know the value of x. I am going to find this x value. So the original distance between the two wires is r. Null point from first wire is x. Automatically null point from second wire is r minus x. So net field is 0. How net field is 0?